You guys see me? You got me? I'm a little late today. Still working on it. I'm not quite the IT dynamic guy trying to figure this out. Was thinking I'm going to get 2 iPads up to production, but I don't know if I have to do that. It's a work in progress. Work in progress. Be right back. Now that's some speed right there, baby. Yeah, we got to up the production value. I'm just my Geek Squad guy let me down a little bit. He set me back. So now I got to figure it out. Doing some digging. We'll figure it out. I'm quick on my feet. It's like a quick 3-cone. You know, boop, boop. We're going to get a lot of 3-cone. Big week for Daniel Jeremiah. My old buddy. Still my buddy, but filling in the Mayock seat. Very excited to watch the Combine. And watch DJ break it all down. It's a fun week. To me, the best part about this week, and we'll get into it, are all the rumors that are coming out. It hasn't even been going for a day, and we already got John Ross on the trading block. They drafted John Ross in the top 10. They drafted him 9th overall. And I think it's a good lesson. When you draft midgets that are injury prone, you got problems. It's just, that was a fun. I love the West Coast. I watch a lot of Pac-12 football. He was not a top 10 pick at any point in time. Just because he ran a 4, that was crazy. That was an Al Davis in his latter stage type pick, and it backfired royally on the Bengals. What are you going to trade him for? 3rd or 4th rounder? You drafted him in the 9th overall. Someone's going to steal him. The Bengals are a mess. The Bengals are a major mess. But I got to start with this. Ease.com. Promo code HAM. Go get it. Pre-rolls, vapes, edibles, topicals, you name it. Ease.com. Promo code HAM. $20 off your first purchase. Over $50 purchase, you get a free delivery. How do you beat it? You can't. You live in Cali. We're in the East Bay now. Been in the city forever. Sacramento. Coming to the Valley. Down in Long Beach. The OC. Coming to downtown LA. They're everywhere. It is business is a booming. Tell your friends. Scream it to the high heavens. Ease.com. Promo code HAM. I'm here, baby. I'm a giver. Think John Stockton. Boop. Little bounce pass. Boop. Another bounce pass. That's what we're doing here. I had a code, but it was only for 24 hours. I gotta re-talk to someone to get it consistent for my repeat users. If it was up to me, I would, but I don't know. I'm trying. I got it for 24-hour period. We'll try to get it again. Hopefully we can do it like once a week or do something for sure. But a lot going on today. Some NFL rumors, some juicy ones. LeBron. God, that makes me happy. Lose the Grizzlies. God, I can't tell you how happy that makes me. And you know what? People think I'm a LeBron hater. I've always liked LeBron. I think he's the second best basketball player I've ever watched. But his drama, his player empowerment, his always complaining about money is just, I've had enough. He's still a fantastic player. He's going to miss the playoffs. And I think this was the creation of Clutch Sports. When you tried to orchestrate a trade and force a team to give you their player when your offer was not going to be the best offer potentially that they would get in the summer, it backfired. And I don't blame any of the players. If I'm Kyle Kuzma, if I'm Brandon Ingram, it's one thing to be like, I keep hearing this over and over and over again. It's the NBA. Players get traded all the time. Yes, that's true. So it's usually you against management, or the coach wants to, but all the players are in it together. It's like the war analogy. You don't go to war for the general back at the fucking base. You do it for the guy next to you in the foxhole. Well, if you're Brandon Ingram or Kyle Kuzma, you know that LeBron doesn't give a fuck about you. So LeBron, you're not playing any defense. I know you're trying to trade me. That's where this whole thing has gotten convoluted, and where LeBron shares a lot of the blame. It's one thing for Magic to be like, this is the NBA, toughen up. Well, yeah, Magic, I don't think you're trying to trade me. I think my own teammate's trying to trade me. And I know you're listening to him. That's where the Lakers thing jumped the shark. And I saw today a clip of LeBron's show, The Shop or whatever. Anthony Davis said, I'm the CEO of my own brand. It's like, can NBA players, LeBron can talk like that. He's a top 5 player ever. He's fucking won 3 championships. Dwayne Wade can talk like that. Anthony Davis, you've won 5 career playoff games. You can't get a pretty talented team sniffed to the playoffs. You can't talk about, you're paid $30 million. You're talking about like you're the CEO of Wells Fargo. Like, bro, just win some basketball games. LeBron, Wade, copy Pat Riley, keep the main thing the main thing. Like, Anthony Davis, stop talking about business. Win some fucking games. You're kind of a clown. I'm out on Anthony Davis. I thought him saying the CEO comment, that would be such a turnoff to me if you haven't done anything. If Steph Curry wants to talk like that, he's got rings. He can talk like however he wants. If Madison Bumgarner wanted to talk, or Tom Brady, Anthony Davis, you don't talk like that. You turn off the casual fan. And this is where the Klutz, I think they're so out of touch with the way fans view the whole sport. Like, fans, player empowerment is big on Twitter, and it's big, a lot of the media think, like, get the players some money, which is great. But I got news for you, the media. The fans, they care about one thing. Is their team good or not? Whether they're not pro-management, they're not pro-player, they just want to win. If you're a Laker fan, you just want to make the fucking playoffs. If you got to overpay KCP to get LeBron, whatever, but we better win. If you're going to ruin my franchise, we already suck, so you just came here, we didn't make the playoffs. What really changed? Won a couple more games? The Kings and the Clippers are better than us? We got LeBron. How's that possible? So I don't necessarily think it's because he's shooting Space Jam or worrying about his company. He's been doing that the whole time. But he did ruin their season when LeBron, not the management, not the coach, tried to trade his own teammates. That happened. That cannot be disputed. That LeBron did that. And that's unheard of. It does not happen. You just want to get in the playoffs. All fans care about, if you're a Laker fan, and you could argue the Lakers are the biggest brand out west. I think the 49ers would be right there. Giants and Dodgers, but I wouldn't put baseball currently anywhere close to that level. So, and the 49ers aren't good. The Rams, they don't have a long history. It'd probably be the Lakers. Just number of fans. They're like the Yankees or the Cowboys. They're fucking everywhere. If you're a Laker fan right now, you're like, what the hell we get? What is this? The guy doesn't even try. People think, Middlekauff, you're just poking them. No. At least people think I hate Kobe. I did think he's a little fraudulent. Like, he keeps talking about leadership. He's not really a leader. But the one thing you respected about Kobe is you went to war with Kobe. You do with LeBron too, but the last couple, he picks and chooses when he wants to. At least I got Kobe's full effort every game. Like, LeBron doesn't even try. And Kobe didn't have the power. Remember when he's like, Mitch, I can't win with these motherfuckers, as he walked out of the Lakers practice facility. He said, Mitch, a.k.a. the GM. LeBron just goes, I want this guy out. Kobe admitted in that video, they're like, I got no power. I'm not the GM here. LeBron is the GM. He chose this. He made this bed. You think they signed Rondo and Lance and JaVale without his blessing? That's the one thing that Clutch, they love to tell you, like they got nothing to do with it, is bullshit. It is absolutely bullshit. He runs the franchise. He's the most, they do everything he says. And then he tries to take like he's not the scapegoat. But he gets all the credit. And again, I'm not a LeBron hater. I think he's top 5 athlete I've ever seen in my life. He's incredible. But he's gotten so ego, power, money driven. Like, that's a turnoff. Like, we get it. Make all the money you want, but at least, am I getting your full effort here? You're a terrible teammate now. The young guys don't like you. Say what you want about Tom Brady. When's the last time you heard a player crush Tom Brady? Or not really enjoy playing with Tom Brady? People don't like playing with LeBron. Name me one guy that's wanted to play with him that's really good the last 5 or 6 years. Kyrie didn't want to anymore. He said, get me out of here. Dwayne Wade. Like, when are these young players going to want to play with him? Anthony Davis, does he, or is Klutch trying to make him go there? I don't know. It's a hell of a question. You just lost a game to the Memphis Grizzlies. It was pretty out of touch. Now, LeBron, any rich guy is going to be a little out of touch. LeBron gets driven to games in a Rolls Royce. He'll never go to an airport again in his life. And he's earned that. He's made the money to do that. But there is a level that even, like, I get it, social media. LeBron's smart enough to post that. That's fucking embarrassing. If I was a Laker fan, I'd be disgusted. I would be absolutely disgusted. I'd be more disgusted on the Instagram post than I would the game. Like, sometimes you just lose, or team's not that good. Maybe we weren't meant to make the playoffs. This sucks. But you Instagram that after you lost to the Memphis Grizzlies? Man, that was... And I know LeBron's out of touch. But you Instagram that? Come on, man. I feel you. What else is going on? I didn't even plan on talking about LeBron off the bat, but whenever you got to be careful. You know what the Combine is big for? I saw my guy Field Yates tweeted this out. The number one thing that the Combine brings to the table is medical evaluations. Number one thing. I get the medical evaluation. Every doctor gets to see and prod and touch, that sounds bad, these players. So if I'm the Niners, I get to have my doctor meet with Nick Bosa. I get to give him a physical. I want to know what's going on there. And that's the thing that the NBA, they're still fighting over, that they don't have universal medical information. The NBA got serious problems. The NBA media never talks about it. That league is fucking in shambles right now. Absolute shambles. Can you imagine not being able to get medical information on players and athletes when I'm going to pay you that much money? That's insane. It's like if I'm a recruiter and you coming out of college, I want your transcripts. I mean, it's pretty basic information. That's pretty pertinent information if I'm going to draft you. And that's one thing the NBA and the union is butting heads on. Give the NFL a lot of credit. The Combine started as a vehicle to spread medical information. It's a big... I need your medical information in pro sports. Without your medical information, you're not quite as strong of an asset. You might be a great asset if I get a clean bill of health. I also may red flag you. Now, it hurts, guys. You saw last year, remember Mo Hurts, who ends up on the Raiders. He wasn't going to be a first-round pick, but he was going to go in the second round. He fell to the fifth. Now, I'm not saying that every doctor's right. I went to the doctor yesterday. There's differences of opinions. It's still subjective. There are certain things that are objective, like you have cancer, you have a tumor, you have, I don't even know, a torn ACL. But there are other things like, yeah, he may have a degenerate knee. His knee may hold up for 8 years. And a doctor may go, well, I think it'll hold up for 5 years. There's differences of opinion. And that's where the Combine, where you kind of separate yourself. There are certain players that certain teams are going to red flag that other teams won't red flag. Everyone red flag like an irregular heartbeat. It's not arguable. But like Nick Bosa. Some people are going to say, I'm not comfortable with that injury. Some people will be like, whatever. Miles Jack is a great example. The Cowboys guy, Jalen Smith, is another great example. The Cowboys actually had an inside track because their doctor was the guy that did the surgery on him. To me, that's the most fascinating part of the Combine for the prospects. Because you only get 15 minutes to interview them. A lot of the top guys now, the quarterbacks, is Kyler Murray going to work out? I doubt it. Is Dwayne Haskins going to throw? We'll see. What's the measurements? To me, there are certain numbers, and people are like, the NFL hates analytics. What is the Combine? What's running the 40? If you run slow in the 40 and you're a cornerback, you are not going to be a good man corner guy. So the dude at Washington, Byron Murphy, me and Haberman talked about him yesterday. If he measures in at 5'10", and then he runs a 4.58, he's going to fall in the draft. Despite his film's really good, his production is off the charts, but he's going to fall. Now, just because wherever you get drafted does not determine your success. The Desmond King of the Chargers got drafted in, the 4th or 5th round? Because he ran slow. He's a great player. So it's just market. This is like the stock market of football players. People get way too emotional about it. It's like if you run slow, I still think you're a good player. I just know that I can draft you in the 3rd round. N'Keal Harry, Arizona State. He's a guy, he's going to be good or bad. What he runs in the 40 is going to be irrelevant to his NFL career. Like if he has a successful NFL career, it won't be because he ran fast or slow in the 40. But if he runs a 4.60, he's probably not going in the 1st round. Like that determines his market value. Now, that does not determine him as a player. It just determines what I have to pay to get him. That's a huge part of this combine. What do I have to pay to get a player? And that's why I crushed John Gruden's last year's draft. He drafted all these guys in the wrong slots. You didn't need to use a 2nd round pick. You could have got him in the 4th round. You didn't need to use a 3rd round pick. You could have got him in the 5th round. That's where the combine, the Howie Rosemans, the Belichick, probably a bad example because he doesn't give a shit, but he's unique because he's also the coach. Parag with the Niners, they're really good with this. What I have to pay, Veach, they know what I have to pay because you never want to, they always say like, scouts, I don't want you to put a round grade on. But knowing, and I hated that, like what round's he going to go in? I looked at it economically. I want to know, can I get this guy in the 2nd round? Or do I got to use my late 1st round pick to draft him? Or can I get him at the end of the 2nd round? I love Juju Smith, but the Steelers were smart. You didn't have to draft him in the 1st round. You could have got him in the 2nd. He's a fucking good, really good player. You just got to know what you have to pay to get a guy. I would imagine if Deion in his prime, like 21 years old, went to an academy and trained, he'd run fast as fuck. Yeah. What's CJ run? 4.28? I bet Deion would be right around there. Rumor had it that Deion could run a 4.4 backwards. That might be strong, but he probably could break 5. So yeah, Deion could scoot. It's safe to say Deion could scoot. So yeah, I mean anything under 4.3 is just historically fast. So if he probably run 4.28 to 4.3, maybe 4.25. That is incredible speed. I mean that's stupid speed. To me, 4.42 is hauling ass. Now it also depends what you weigh. If you're a defensive end and you run 4.50, to me that's the equivalent of like a DB that weighs 190 pounds running a 4.41 or a 4.38. So it is relative to your size. DK Metcalf's a little big to me. I'm interested to see him move just in the open field. Yeah, Clowney was a freak. Khalil Mack ran fast. Remember Armstead, the tackle for New Orleans, ran fast. Tyron Smith could move. If you can move and you're big, that's impressive. Deion's pretty good. Yeah. I take Haskins. That's going to separate a lot of these defensive linemen. So right now, there's like 6 or 7 defensive linemen in a little clump, right? Ed Oliver, Rashawn Gary. You start going through the list of guys. How they move and how they work out, it's just some teams are going to put a premium on that. Right or wrong. What Vita Vea ran, he ran fast. And he weighed like 330 pounds. Little wide receiver Isabella might be fastest guy at the combine. He'll need to run fast because he's small. But slot receivers don't need to be that fast. Look at the good ones. Wes Welker didn't run fast. Edelman didn't run that fast. You got to be quicker than you do fast. To me, slot receivers, the three cone matters. All the agility drills matter more than the 40 time. Because I'm not asking you to run the go route. I'm asking you to run quick ins, quick outs. Look at the Edelman runs 3 routes. Runs a crossing route, runs a quick in, runs a quick out, and runs like a comeback. He's not running, 18 yards outs and go routes and posts. Everything's short. If you're playing on the outside, you got to be quick, in theory, but you don't really. If you're not quick, you got to have a big catching radius. Like a Crabtree type, Anquan Bolden. How good is Josh Jacobs? He always gets hurt. That's what I thought. I mean, he's pretty good when he plays. Edelman runs all option routes based on coverage. Exactly. Most slot receivers do. Unless I put Julio Jones or Odell Beckham in the slot. If Edelman's in the slot, he's going right or left in a 5-yard, radius. Would Kyler Rumor's small hands scare you as a GM? I don't know. Let's just see what his hands are. Harper's going to go to L.A. It pains me to say it, but it's clear. Sad. Sad day. Crabtree is super happy he doesn't have to play with Lamar. I agree. I think the Niners got a lot of options. Maybe a little buzz growing about Odell Beckham to the Niners. Just keep an eye. Keep an eye. Well, the free agency's right around the corner. There are going to be a lot of trades. We've already had the Flacco trade. Better receiver than Amari available in this draft? No. Amari was a top 5 pick for a reason. Amari's fucking good. Now, he was playing shitty for the Raiders, but we saw him with the Cowboys. He's a good player. I bet there's some buzz the Texans would entertain trading Clowney. Just go to teams with new coaches. The Jets. Would the Jets trade Leonard Williams? They don't really have that many players to trade. The Bengals. Would the Bengals trade A.J. Green? Would the Falcons trade Julio? They don't have a new coach, but who else is a new coach? The Cardinals. Would they trade Patrick Peterson? Would they trade Chandler Jones and kind of restart? Who else? The Dolphins. Would they trade Kenny Stills? The corner they got was Xavier Howard. He's pretty good. Would they trade that guy, for a second-round pick? I think you just got to look at teams with new coaches and new staffs. They're the ones that usually trade players. I bet around a golf when you come to Hawaii, OBJ ain't getting traded to the Niners. I would not trade Devontae Adams, no. Landon Collins or Earl to the Niners? I'd be shocked if Landon Collins comes to the Niners. I don't have any inside information. My gut is he gets traded. Educated guess, maybe. But I don't think it's a lock. He's under contract. They're kind of stuck. But other than that, Josh Gordon, a Raider? No. I bet the Jets. I bet he ends up on the Jets. Would be my guess. Colts have a couple running backs. They don't need them. Yeah, I got Andy's number. My texting buddy. No big deal. We don't text very often. But my text me back. Crabtree Raider? No. Gruden cut him last year. Real question. Would Kingsbury trade David Johnson another one? Yeah, maybe. You have a top 10 on this draft? Yeah, I'll go Haskins, Kyler, no particular order. Haskins, Kyler, Bosa, Gary, Oliver, Greedy Williams, Devin White. Who am I missing? Probably another D lineman in there. Quinnen Williams, I'm at 8. Josh Allen, I'm at 9. So yeah, you got Gary's better than Solomon Thomas. So the defensive lineman, you got Quinnen Williams, you got Josh Allen, you got Rashawn Gary, you got Ed Oliver, and Bosa. That's 5 defensive linemen right there. Quarterbacks, you got the 2 guys, the little guy and the big guy. That's 7. You got Greedy Williams that's going to be in the mix, especially if he works out well. I think the Georgia guy might get some buzz, too. The Alabama safety hurt his wrist. He's not working out. I don't know if he's a top 10 pick. I'm not sure there's an offensive lineman that's going to go in the top 10. There's not a receiver. Devin White, yeah. I think there's those 9 guys are going to go, to me, they're all basically a lock, unless weird shit happens this week or an injury, to go in the top 15. Yeah, Nikhil, he'd have to run fast. Is Moncrief even good? Has Moncrief ever been good? That's my question. A couple buddies I have in the NFL are not that big on Jonah Williams. Isn't Frank Gore on the Dolphins? So I'd say no 49ers reunion. Niners need to get a real running back. Frank is a real running back, he's just old. They need a legit starter. A young guy, like a Philip Lindsay, David Johnson a couple years ago, Gurley, Zeke. They need to get a real player. Shady McCoy maybe when he gets franchised. He teased he's coming back to the Bay. Maybe the Raiders? Gruden likes older players. It pains me to say this, I would not put Frank Gore in the Hall of Fame. I think he's the Hall of really good. Running back coach, the running back coach is Kyle's favorite coach. Sign and retire, I could dig that. Can the Vikings have a good year? Yeah, they're good. Their roster's stacked. Yeah, Brady just can't stay healthy. He is pretty talented. But one of the reasons he can't stay healthy, he's tiny. Yeah, Gruden's big rebuild with older players, for sure. Okay, peace. I got a couple things to do. Sorry I had to go later. Ease.com, promo code HAM. Go get it, baby.